Shalom, this is Yah is Magnified, and I'm back with another informative video. Today's video is titled, The Child Support Application. But before I tackle this subject, as always, I must state for the record, I'm not a lawyer, I do not practice law, and I do not pretend to. All my videos are for informational and educational purposes only. They're all facts and all truth. Nothing more, nothing less. So with that being said, guys, let's get to it. But before I proceed forward, as always, I need you all to hit that like button. And also, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. And also hit that notification bell so you all can be notified when I'm dropping these powerful videos. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so now, when dealing with child support, we know that there must be some form of application filed, okay? But, for the non-custodial parents, who are 99.9% of the times are fathers, they never see what an actual application looks like, and they don't know the purpose of the application, okay? Majority of the people think that the purpose of the application is simply for the child's mom to go down there and apply for services. No, it's deeper than just applying for services, okay? Because just because you apply for something doesn't mean that you will get it, okay? Like, for instance, you have people that apply for mortgages all the time. They do not get it. You have people that apply for certain car loans. They do not get it, okay? You have people applying for jobs. They do not get it, okay? But just because you apply for something or fill out an application doesn't mean that you are guaranteed that right, okay? So, when dealing with support, again, the custodial parent, who's 99% of the time the child's mom, they will go down to the agency, right, and fill out this thing called a custodial parent application for 4D services, okay, such as the one I have on the screen. This one is from El Paso County, Texas, but like I stated before, every state is the same. Every state has the same process, okay? The application may look different, but it's basically going to state the same thing, going to have similarities in that application, okay? So now, as you all can see with this application on the screen, it states what? Please complete and sign the application, right? Then it states there is no cost to apply for services, right? But then it turns around and states you will pay a $35 fee each year that you receive more than $550 in child support collections. That's a contradiction because the sentence before that said there is no cost to apply for services. But then after you apply for services, they're going to charge you $35 each year once it goes over $550. But that's neither here nor there. Let's continue forward. Then it states about the fee and continue on with the fee, right? But, after they fill out this whole document, right, that's page 1, and then we go to page 2, they sign, okay? Then after they sign it, then it goes to the Attorney General. So we're going to find out what the state does with this application in order to establish the support. So now let's go to let's go to Texas statute real quick so we can get a better understanding about this application process. Okay, so now, as you all can see, we're coming from Texas statute. We're coming from section 231.104. The reason why we're coming from this statute is because this statute explains the purpose of the application, okay? The application is just not signed or filed with the agency just for them to receive services. No, it's deeper than that, okay? Something must take place before they can receive services, okay? So the title of this section is what? Assignment of right to support. All right, so there's an assignment going on after the application is filled out. All right, but then it states what? A, let's pick this up at A. A, to the extent authorized by what? Federal law, right? So we're going to go over that federal law as well. Then it states the approval of an application for or receipt of financial assistance as provided by Chapter 31. So again, the application must be what? Approved, okay? Like I stated before, just because someone fills out an application doesn't mean it will be approved. That's in anything, guys. No matter what people apply for. You have so many people applying for so many things. But if they don't meet the qualifications, then they won't be approved for that, whatever they're applying for, such as a job, car, house, whatever they're applying for, okay? Credit cards. It's the same thing. But let's continue. It states, pick it up what it states, Human Resource Code. It states, Human Resource Code constitutes an assignment to the Title 4D agency of any rights to support from any other person that the applicant or recipient may have personally or for a child for whom the applicant or recipient is claiming assistance. So, who are they claiming assistance for? The child. Okay? Let's continue. It states, let's pick this up at B. Let's pick this up at B, guys. It states, an application for child support services is an assignment of support rights. So it's a what, guys? It's an assignment of support rights. So that's what the application is for, okay? The application for services is simply an assignment of support rights. Okay? But let's continue. It states, to enable the Title 4D agency to do what, guys? To establish and enforce child support, medical support, dental support obligations. Okay? So now, according to this statute and Texas statutes and codes and the federal government statutes as well and codes all say the same thing, okay? The application is simply to do what? It's simply to assign the support rights over to the agency so the agency can do what? Establish and enforce child support, okay? So what it means to establish. Let's go to the definition for establish so you can see exactly what establish means. Because without the application, then there will be no support rights or support obligation. To further prove that, let's go to the definition of establishment real quick, or establish. Let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see, we're coming from the Black Law Dictionary for the term establish, okay? Let's go to 5. Let's pick this up at number 5. You all can pause it and read 1 through 4 if you like, but let's go straight to number 5. Number 5 states what? To create, to ratify, or confirm as we the people do ordain and establish this Constitution. See also establishment. So now, if it states to create, so now let's read that quotation again, but this time we're going to replace establish with create, okay? And it states, we the people do ordain and create this Constitution, okay? So now, basically, when dealing with establish simply means to create, to make, to form. That's what's dealing with the term established. But let's continue down. It states what? To settle, make, or fix firmly, place on a permanent footing, found, again that word, create, put beyond doubt or dispute, prove, convince, to enact permanently. Then it states again, guys, to bring about or into existence. So to create is simply to do what? To bring it about or into existence. All right. So now let's go back to Texas statute to see who's actually bringing this child support thing into existence. Okay. Who's the creator of that debt? Let's go there. Okay. So now as you all can see, we're right back at Texas statute section 231.104, assignment of right to support. So now we're going to pick this up at B where we left off at, okay? But this time we're going to, since we went over the definition for the word establish, we're going to replace establish with create, okay? Because we know to establish something simply means to create or to bring into existence, okay? So we're going to read it in its proper context, replace establish with create, and we're going to see exactly what B is actually stating. So B states what, guys? It states an application for child support services is an assignment of support rights to enable the Title 4D agency to create and enforce child support, medical support, and dental support obligations. So again, the Title 4D agency creates these obligations, okay? It's just that simple, guys. The obligation comes through the creation by the Title 4D agency. But remember, they must sign over these alleged rights of support. Okay, all these alleged support rights. So we're going to find out where these alleged support rights came in at. Okay, but let's continue though. We're going to get there. Let's continue. And it states what? Let's read C, right? Top page, C right here. It states, filing a notice of assignment of support rights, a notice of change of payee under section 231.105, or a pleading by the Title 4D agency in a suit under this title is evidence of the assignment of support rights to the Title 4D agency, and that cause and is admissible as evidence of the truth of the assignment of support rights and does not require further authentication or verification. So again, guys, to further prove that, it's all Title 4D because what? It says the Title 4D agency in a suit under this title is evidence of assignment of support rights. Okay, so who's suing you guys? It's always the Title 4D agency. Why? Because it's the Title 4D agency's case. Okay, it's not your child's mom case against you. It's the Title 4D's case against you. Okay, why? Because your child's mom signed over the support rights of what? Of the child. Okay, so when we read a Texas case, it normally say in the suit of the minor child. Why? Because they're using the child support right. That's why it's called child support, because it's the child's rights that the child mom signed over. Instead of her collecting those rights, she signed those same rights over to the state, and now the child is collecting on those rights by the use of the state, which then turns around and creates these alleged obligations. And it's just that simple, guys. To further prove that, let's go to the federal codes now. Let's go to the federal side. Let's go there. Okay, so now, as you all can see, we're coming from the federal side, and we're coming from the Office of Child Support Enforcement. Let's scroll up, and it states what? Assignment and distribution of child support under Section 408A3 and 457 of the Social Security Act, right? And it's what? 2. So this was 2, guys. It's 2. State and tribunal agencies administering child support enforcement plans under Title 4D of the Social Security Act and other interested individuals. So again, this is for what? Title 4D as well, guys, okay? Of what? The Social Security Act. I just want to show you guys that. So now, let's go down to the enforcement of rights part. Okay? Right, so now, right here, pick this up at the top where it states 3, and it reads, assignment of support rights under Section 408A3 of the Act. Then it states, prior to the enactment of the DRA and until September 30th, 2009, Section 408A3 of the Act reads in parts as follows. Then it states, a state to which a grant is made under Section 403 of this title shall require, as a condition of providing assistance to a family under the state program funded under this part, that a member of the family assign to the state any rights the family member may have. So again, guys, the family member must does what? Assign over any rights that the family member may have. Okay? Further prove that, and that's what? Until September 30, 2009. Now let's go to October, guys. Let's scroll down. Right? It says, this is after October, okay? So that's found out after October. A, assignment of support rights. Assignment of support rights, effective October 1st, 2009. Then it states, effective October 1st, 2009, those families who execute an assignment of support rights as a condition of eligibility for assistance assigned to the state only the support that accrues during the period the family receives assistance. Again, guys, so federal state that they have to sign over support rights, and so does the state that the support rights got to be turned over. But where do these alleged support rights come from? So now, let's go to the acknowledgement of paternity. Let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see, this is in fact an acknowledgement of paternity coming from the state of Texas. But you all can simply do a Google research and get the acknowledgement of paternity for any state that you're dealing in, or any acknowledgement of paternity that you believe that you have signed, okay? So now as you all can see, this is page 1. But now let's go to page 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now we come from page 3, guys. And it states what? This is a legal document. Signing this legal document gives you certain rights and responsibilities. Signing this document is voluntary. Again, guys, signing this document is voluntary. Again, guys, signing this document is voluntary. Then it states, you should consult an attorney if you have concerns about signing this legal document. If you are not sure that the man named in this acknowledgement is the biological father of the child, you should not sign this document. Okay? You may want to have a genetic test. Then it states in bold, guys, the biological father who signs this acknowledgement becomes the legal father of the child when this document is filed with the Texas Department of Health Bureau of Vital Statistics. So again, guys, by signing this document, something takes place. What is that? It's the change of status. Okay, the change of status is what? The biological father who signed this acknowledgement becomes what? The legal father, okay? The duty of support is placed on the legal father, not the biological father. Understand the two. I did a video about that some years ago. Go back down my videos and check out my videos. I have this information already up for all those who need it. You can go back and watch my old videos to get this remedy, guys. But let's continue. Then it states right here, benefits, rights, and responsibilities of paternity. Then it states, establishes parentage. Establishing parentage makes it easier for a child to receive benefits such as Social Security, military and veterans benefits, healthcare coverage, and life insurance, as well as inheritance. Both parents have parental rights and duties as provided by state law. Either parent has the right to seek primary custody of the child. A parent not living with the child may have the right to visit and maintain a relationship with the child, either as both parents agree or as ordered by a court. This acknowledgement has this acknowledgement has the same effect as a court order establishing paternity. By signing this acknowledgement, you may be ordered to do what, guys? Pay child support and medical support. So again, guys, this is where the responsibility comes from. This is the alleged support rights, and this was they're using to come after you guys to do what? To enforce the child support enforcement against the alleged legal father. Okay, let's continue. This document may be completed before the birth of the child, at the time of birth, or at any time after the birth of the child. If this document is signed before the birth of the child, it is binding for any child born no later than 300 days after the signature date on this document. When this acknowledgement is properly filed with the Bureau of Vital Statistics, it creates a parent-child relationship between the man and child. Establishment of paternity is required for a father's name to be entered on the birth certificate. So again, guys, once the father signs the birth certificate, it changes status to the biological father to the legal father. Once he becomes the legal father status creates the parent-child relationship. The parent-child relationship creates the legal duty of support, and then the agency goes in for the kill, and they'll attack you and have you paying child support, all because of what? The acknowledgement of paternity. It's not even about the application, guys. The acknowledgement of paternity establishes what? The child support. That's why it states in the second paragraph, last sentence. By signing this acknowledgement, you may be ordered to pay child support and medical support. Okay? And then it further states after that in bold, guys, it states what? Child support services can be obtained through the Office of Attorney General, Child Support Division, or by hiring an attorney. But now let's go directly to the application. Let's go there. Okay, so now as you all can see on the screen, this is in fact the application for the acknowledgement of paternity coming out of the state of Texas. And it reads what? This is a legal document. Typo printed black ink. Parents are to be given a copy of this document. Then it states, we declare under penalty of perjury that John Blank Smith is the biological father of the minor child born on the date to the child's mom's name, right? Then it states the father's date of birth, social security number, and all of that. So now, if you sign the acknowledgement of paternity, remember I did one about the social security number, right? Only thing they need is your name because you signed the acknowledgement of paternity. Once you sign the acknowledgement of paternity, then guess what, guys? Your social security number is already on there, so your child's mom don't have to give it to them because you voluntarily did when you filled out the what? The acknowledgement of paternity. And it's just that simple, guys. Okay, like I tell you all, you got to get this truth, man. You know, we got to put the truth out there for all to see. But let's continue. It states what? We further declare under penalty of perjury that 1. We have been given written and oral notice of the benefits of having paternity established, the availability of paternity establishment and child support services, and the legal consequences of the rights and responsibilities of and the alternative to signing this acknowledgement. So again, guys, once you sign the bottom of that, then you are basically stating that what? You received them documents, basically the same thing I just read on page 3, saying that you received what was read on page 3 and you agree to what's stated on page 3. Then it states what? No other acknowledgement of paternity form naming another man as the biological father of this child has been filed, or there is no court order naming another man as the biological father of this child. A genetic test has not determined that another man is the biological father of this child, right? And you can fill out the boxes as well, and then what? Sign at the bottom. And it's just that simple. What do they state? The presumed father's date of birth, social security number, and the presumed father's address, okay? And the signatures of the mother. and the signature of the Father. And it's just that simple, guys. Okay? So that's what I'm going to do for today. If you all need my help, hit me up in my email at yahismagnified@gmail.com. Let's get this right wisdom, this right knowledge, and this right understanding. With that being said, guys, cop that merch, and I say shalom.